Spoiler warning for the first 3 episodes of the show we're covering this episode. There is occasional adult humor, and this podcast is intended for adult audiences. Finally, an epilepsy warning. There are occasional flashing lights for video viewers. Hello everyone, and welcome, maybe even welcome back to the 3rd episode of the Anime Overviews podcast. Hell yeah, we have survived 3 episodes without disaster or death. That's pretty good if you ask me. Now this 3rd episode is kind of a special one, I guess, because this episode is the Frieren episode. Yes, we really did watch the #1 ranked anime, we really did. And we are here for it, to talk about all of the intricacies to all of you tonight. With me, we have, I think I'm going off order. Demon, did you get back in time to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Demon, and I like anime.
Oh my god.
Setting the tone, I see.
Special.
The box. You opened it.
Don't you dare.
Game.
You dare.
Game.
Man, he really dug into the brain vault for that one. He's decided to not only be the straight man tonight, he's decided to also be the retarded one. God damn it.
I'm only the retarded one. What are you talking about?
No.
Yes.
That is definitely not true.
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever been the retarded one on anime overviews, but I've definitely taken some fat L's on some of these other podcasts I've been on. All right. And with us as well is the guest turned co-host himself, the lad who one day will too be Chad. It's Wraith. That goes hard though. Like goddamn, the love letter isn't good enough. We gotta go farther. Hold on.
Welcome back to the hit game show in Japan. Pair those panties.
Oh
Wait
my
for that to be my
goodness.
introduction clip later. You have some nerve, sir. You dare assume I am not already? How dare you?
Hey.
No.
Anyways, hello, yes.
You're here. You're not Chad.
I can be whatever the hell I want.
Listen, it would be Chad in the context of being a weeb, okay? Because context matters.
All I know is I'm still based. You cannot take that from me.
No, why would I do that? No, Jesus Christ. I'm snide. I'm not a fucking war criminal, I think. I have terrible ideas sometimes. I apologize in advance.
Damn.
Oh,
Have you forgotten what we did in Far Cry 5?
no. And 4. And Dying Light.
Well, let's be fair.
It's
5 hated
okay.
it because the game was so fucking boring. We had to make it very chaotic.
Yeah, I never thought I would be able to drive a lift-kitted El Camino with a custom paint job and twin 50 cals roughly bolted to the roof and somehow be bored as fuck the entire time. Good job, Far Cry 5. You failed
Good job.
unusually badly. But anyway, this is an anime podcast. So, do we want to roll for summary or do I just do it?
You want...
We didn't do a roll for summary, so we'll stick to exactly what we have.
Okay, all right. I couldn't remember. I was editing that shit
We
literally
just roll for
yesterday.
introduction.
Yeah, I don't think we roll for everything. So,
No.
for those of you who don't know, which you know, could be some people, this is Anime Overviews after all. We could be talking to some green as grass weebs here. Frieren Beyond Journey's End is an extremely, explosively popular fantasy anime developed, that's hilarious, produced by Studio Madhouse. I want to say it was, 2023, right? Yeah, that sounds right.
2023.
Yeah. Yep. And it is currently, and has currently for a while, to great controversy on my anime list, which is really funny. It's the #1 ranked anime by a good bit right now on Mal and Annie list. Like, it's not even debatable. It's winning the community polls by a good bit. So that is the main significance here, is that we're watching something that not only is fairly popular, but we literally could not be watching anything with a higher rating, which is just funny. I find that acceptable because none of us had seen this. Finally, none of us had seen the show at all for the first time on this podcast.
Links and clips.
Yep. So we went ahead and went for it. We wanted to let Wraith dig up something that was a bit of a wild card that had some intrigue to it, and we ended up going for Frieren, which
There were a lot of good options though.
Yeah, of course. You've seen like approximately how many anime out of the probably a couple hundred good animes out there, or at least a couple hundred good ones? That
is a good question.
Like you've
Probably barely breaking into double digits at that, and even then I haven't fully watched all of the ones that I did.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Not terrible, but still definitely in the early phase. Yeah, you've unsarcastically got like 12 to 15 years of casual anime watching. Like, no problem. Before you even start to get bored. Which is part of why I like anime. I've been here a long time, and I'm not even remotely bored.
Old.
Rip. Okay, so I think I sidetracked there. That's okay. So anyway, Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a sort of, it's almost like a slice of life fantasy anime, wouldn't you say? Is that an unfair assessment?
No, that's pretty close.
Yeah. It's got very strong parallels to a lot of other fantasy anime from multiple different eras, actually, that kind of carried this vibe. I don't think this is a real genre of fantasy anime, but there's definitely a few shows this reminds me of. Like, Frieren is extremely Grimgar, Ashes and Illusions reminiscent. Like, extremely, there's obvious inspiration there. I would be shocked if there weren't several major members of the production team who were fans of that. Like, there's no way that's not the case. The influence is incredibly blatant. But there's other ones too. Like, you've got like, just pick like a really, really pretty show with like a slow pacing. It's got kind of a melancholic feel to it, and it's fairly episodic in nature. That is Frieren. And to be honest, all of the synopses and everything don't really do that justice, which is why I'm taking a moment to explain it now. Yeah, Frieren is a slow-paced, fairly comfy, sort of slice-of-life type fantasy anime, which is episodic in nature. The other one to draw a clear parallel to is probably Mushishi, just off the top of my head. It's very much it's a very unique show, but structurally and in terms of like vibe, the vibes are similar. Another clear parallel there. Pretty well-known show for sure. Although it's getting up in years now. The last season aired in like 2014, so it's been over a decade. Wow. So some people definitely haven't seen that shit, but there's clear parallels there as well. A lot of the good fantasy anime that I like, Frieren clearly takes after them. It's probably the newest entry in the list, so it's already on good immediately the premise is compelling just based on that alone. This is like, in many ways, the complete opposite of the typical isekai trash, which I'll be real, if one of you two tried to get us to watch isekai trash, you might actually get a veto out of me. You might actually get a veto out of me.
I'm not gonna tell you nothing, and I will see if I can slip it in.
Oh, no, get me wrong. I'll watch isekai, I just won't watch isekai trash. There is a difference. Frieren has, the entire premise of the show is that Frieren, the mage, has a first party that she goes and basically saves the whole fucking world with, you know? And the show actually starts after that is over and done with, and we go from there. It's a very interesting sort of premise, which has only been done a few times that I know of. It's fairly unique, and it's an interesting vibe and an interesting starting point for the show to really kick off on. And I'm sure it grabbed a lot of people based on that alone, because there is a heck of a lot that happens in that first episode that we're going to talk about in a moment. But that'll do it for the synopsis. It's not hard to explain, but It certainly is an anime that grabs you. I can see its popularity very clearly. Just it's very obvious.
The anime is basically time makes the fool out of you in the animation.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the anime.
Yeah, he's right. That is probably the central theme. Oops, we spoiled the show for you. Not really. You can't spoil an anime just by talking about themes. I don't know. I'm sure there's a couple people who think so. I disagree. And that's okay, because we talk about the first 3 episodes on this here podcast, and we're going to do that right now. Let's briefly break down the episodes, because that is what the very helpful outline has instructed me to do, is break down the episodes. So starting with episode 1, we're introduced to the original party. It's a fairly small, fairly tight-knit party. It's a party of 4. There's a priest, a warrior, I assume, adventurer class guy who they just call hero, and there's Frieren, who is a
fighter
clear
class, maybe, if we go D&D rules.
Yeah, by D&D rules probably. And then we have Frieren, who is a very clean-cut mage. And those 4 go off and they go kill a whole bunch of demons and save a whole bunch of people, and they go kill the demon king and all that shit, and all happens off screen. And then we kick into the plot when they are winning and celebrating and reminiscing on their victory. And then something interesting happens, something I wasn't expecting. The original party separates, not even 1 episode into the show. I was not expecting this. I figured this might happen just based on little cues I was picking up on, but I wasn't expecting it. And then Frieren, correct me if I forget anything, boys, because I am uncaffeinated, but then Frieren comes back years later to meet with one of her party members, and she's an elf, so time passes differently for her, as the show makes very clear, with very beautiful montage cuts, by the way. Very, very beautiful and well-directed little gorgeous, picturesque montage with beautiful music, because Frieren is a show about presentation, goddammit, and man, does Frieren present some stuff. Like, show is just, there's no deep commentary for me to give here. So Frieren comes back to visit one of her party members, and he is now old as hell. He's got no hair, he's got a big white beard, he's hunched over, he barely even resembles his younger self. He is old. And she could
50-year gap.
Yep.
She's like, 50 years? I thought it was like 5 seconds.
Yep.
Oops.
There be Frieren and her perception of time. But man,
Doing elf things.
Yep, she goes off to go learn magic and do mage hobby things, and she comes back just to get a dragon horn she gave this guy offhandedly, like, here, you have a house, store this for me. Use your bottomless chest, because I don't have one. I'm gonna go fuck off and learn magic, bye. See you in 50 years.
And then puts it in a small cabinet in his house.
Puts the giant-ass horn in a normal-ass cabinet. Yeah, that was wild. That was absolutely wild.
I've just been keeping it here.
You're welcome. Oh, man. Yeah, so they did. Yeah, so already immediately Frieren's coming off as pretty distant. Even a bit kind of airheaded, actually, in some regards. For sure.
Absolutely.
Yep. But the party 50 years later reunites to go see a cool thing, which I won't spoil you, because so you all can just go watch it and enjoy it. I won't spoil what it is. But they go and witness a cool thing one last time, and then that party member she initially meets with, he fucking dies, as you probably see coming, because good lord, he's old, and Frieren does not age and does not perceive time very well at all. And
there's a lot of concepts that she fails to really perceive.
And the first time it really clicks with her what's even been going on, or like interpersonal connections or emotions or anything, is when she's literally at his funeral. Which, first of all, oof. Second of all, that scene hits like a truck barreling down a 7% grade at fucking 85 miles an hour with broken brakes. It is absolutely brutal, and you know it's coming, and it still flies down the hill and hits you in the face, metaphorically and also kind of literally. And yeah, so episode 1 makes it very clear immediately this is going to be just an emotional roller coaster of a show. Holy shit.
And it only gets worse.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we're only on episode 1. The anime is what, 28 episodes? Oh yeah, you're gonna get emotionally kickboxed, bro. And you don't got no safety net. You don't got no bracers. You are a clueless little skinny nerd bitch in the ring with Mike Tyson.
In his prime.
Yes. And he's learned to kickbox just to beat your ass. That is Frieren in its emotional resonance.
He just wanted to learn something new because it thought it would be cool.
That is not the way I expected to describe that, but you know what? I think it worked.
It's accurate.
Painfully accurate. So then, guess what, boys? We're still in episode 1.
We're still on episode 1.
Y'all, just like me, probably thought that had been the full 26 minutes, and that was the end of the show. Oh, fuck no, not even close. We're just getting into it, dude. So then, after all that happens, Frieren goes to visit the other party member, who is also old as fuck. It's a few years later. It's not a ton. How many years was it, guys? Like 6 or 8 years or something? Do we finally make it to episode 2? Do we finally make it to episode 2?
Yeah, I think that's episode 2, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we finally made it to the beginning of episode 2, at long last.
Yes, because episode 1 once again ends with them departing, and then she's like, well, back to what I was doing.
Okay.
Like,
I will trust you.
Bye, Hider. Bye, Dwarfy Dwarf.
I remember the dwarf man just throws out the most casual fucking wisdom for like no reason, and then that's his like one line.
And then he's gone. Yep. And then Frieren vows to attempt to actually like interact and comprehend and acknowledge people's existence and stop being quite so much of an aloof elf.
I'm gonna go learn about humanity. Bye bye.
Yep. And so in episode 2, after a fairly small, at least in the context of Frieren, a fairly small few-year time skip. Yep.
I think it was another 20-year gap.
20 years? Oh fuck. Okay. Anyway.
I believe. It was first the 50 gap, and then he also wrote it down too. It was like a total of 70s. I think it was roughly another 20 years.
4 years.
4
years.
Yeah,
I know there were the additional years.
I was pretty sure it was a reasonable as opposed to an unreasonable time jump that time. So, yeah. So I remembered 6 years. I was close. So 4 years later, beginning of episode 2, Frieren is already showing a little bit of character development. It's nice. That's nice to see. You would bloody hope so. How is there going to be a plot if Frieren goes back to being a solo mage that just learns magic all the time and that's all she does? So anyway, I'm sure you could make that a show. I think that a lot of people would probably not be huge fans of it because there would not be that much happening, especially for 28 episodes. So thankfully, Frieren does in fact immediately after what is basically a blink and a sneeze for an elf, goes back to her priest friend. And priest friend is now a grandpa. He's adopted a little orphan. The little orphan is cute and has purple hair and also has purple eyes, I think, and is named Fern. Yep, there she is. There's little Fern. She's like what, probably 10, maybe 12 at most.
I
don't think her age is explicitly stated, but yeah.
Yeah, it is stated in like the next episode 3. So in that episode, she's
we know
16.
her age in episode 3. Yeah, but
so
anyway,
it's about 11. Yeah.
Anyway, the priest, for reasons I won't reveal, because it's not important for this summary, convinces Frieren to stick around for a little while because he's old and probably won't be around that much longer. So it's not a big deal for her, and he convinces her to stick around for a few years and train his little granddaughter. in magic because she has some magic proficiency. He was lying. It's a lot more than some. She's a total natural, which the show makes very clear immediately. This little 10-year-old can cast magic that would probably blow my head off. And so we begin the main plot of episode 2. The whole rest of the episode is just Frieren and Fern doing teacher-apprentice things, and then Frieren occasionally talking to her old priest friend. It is honestly kind of wholesome. The vibes are a bit melancholic, but they are immaculate nonetheless. It is shockingly engaging for how simple and straightforward the plot is for this episode. Shockingly engaging. And finally, at long last, it is revealed that old grandpa priest, Frieren's old buddy, really just wanted Frieren to take Fern on as an apprentice proper. And she does. He convinces her to do it. What a legend. And finally, unsurprisingly, he dies. That's episode 2.
Oops. He's dead.
See, Frieren is giving me problems because Frieren is so well paced.
You know what's funny? From what I can tell, 2 is actually midway through the training.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that happened in 1. I was pretty sure the start of that plotline happened in episode 1. I think towards the end.
Yeah, it gets midway through.
See, audience, this is hilarious because this is the first time in a while I've watched an anime that was so well directed that I can't even tell where the gap between episodes is. And that gets 2 thumbs up for me. It makes my job a little bit more difficult here on this podcast, but that is absolutely great for the viewer.
I see what I see. Wraith, you were right. It's 20 years. It was 50, and then 20.
50, and then 20, and then it was like a 4-year training.
And then it was 4 years training, and then they do another 6 months jump.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down 7 years, like, wait.
The 6 month jump is, I think, later on.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad someone took that in their notes, because I don't do numbers like that.
I had written down 7 years, like, wait a second. That's
yeah,
15,
he wrote down 70, and I was like, I know I'm right, because the extra 20-year jump between when she's going around.
Yeah, the 4-year jump is the training montage I've written down.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then anyway, I want to say this is still episode 2. This is boggling my brain a little bit. We get a second shorter subplot where Frieren and Fern literally just go looking for flowers. For like 8 months or something.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
It's
for half a year.
And if that is right near the end of the second episode.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a little mini subplot towards the end. Yep. At least I remembered that part correct.
It's actually like the entire second half of the fucking episode.
Yep. So anyway, this show is paced immaculately and somehow adapts a fucking massive amount of material. But anyway, so we get through the very last of the sort of introduction to the plot and the characters and everything with episode 2, where we get that little mini arc where they go looking for flowers. I won't spoil what happens, but it's cool. It's a vibe. And then we get to episode 3, which is another. I don't remember what the time jump is. It's not a huge one. It's a few years. We get another time skip with the beginning of 3, which is like what, probably like 4 years. I want to say 4 years is my guess. It's 4 years again. That's my guess.
Don't worry, I'll get you an answer.
All right, well, he digs that up. We have another short time skip where Fern goes from tween to teen. She is now a young lady and is now a bit taller than Frieren, which is really funny. And
bigger than other assets.
Well, yeah. Well, because Frieren is a pureblood elf, and Fern is a human, and so unsurprisingly, there's a body type difference there. Fern, I believe, jokes that Frieren could be her younger sister, which is pretty good. I like that. That was good. But anyway, the two are now full-on master and apprentice. Fern has been training like a fiend, like a freaking Olympic triathlete for like 4 years or something. I think 5 years thereabouts at this point. and she is
I don't
now.
think they actually give an exact time.
Yes.
Not that I can tell.
It's not that important to the synopsis, but if you can dig it up, go right ahead. So, the two of them. This is what I would consider the first really proper episode of Frieren that really kind of establishes what I think is going to be the status quo going forward, which is a slow but comfortable, very, very even pacing throughout the entire show, the whole episode, every scene, everything. Very slow, even, comfortable pacing as we transition from one scene and one plot line to a next. Episode 3 is the first one that has the same plot for the whole episode. Again, I think this is the one that's finally establishing what the show proper is going to be like. We've officially exited that long but pretty good introduction to the anime. And we just have a very straightforward plot of Fern follows Frieren around because she's afraid she's wasting money, which is funny. And then Frieren does some unexpected things, and then it's really wholesome because it was all for... I won't spoil it. Y'all can maybe hazard a guess. I won't spoil it.
For a reason.
Yeah, for a good reason, and it's very wholesome. And then we get some lovely, lovely character development between these two women. One of them is like stupid old but looks young, and the other one is actually young but mature for her age. There's an interesting character dynamic going on there. It's a good one, though, I think. It's a good one. And finally, we get the first action sequence in Frieren, a supposed fantasy anime that supposedly has things like monsters in it, which we've seen a monster briefly for like 15 seconds, I think, in episode 1, yeah. And that thing fucking dies like a bitch because we're probably looking at like max level adventurers. But we finally get the first serious fight scene and a supposed, I'll retouch on this in a minute, a supposed shonen anime where Frieren and Fern go tie up some loose ends from her old party now that Frieren is stronger and also has an apprentice to help her, and they go and break a demon seal. And, well, fuck, it's episode 3. Do I really need to tell you how they break a demon? No shit. No shit, Sherlock. Anyway, and that's episode 3. That's really it. There's more that could be, there's more details that could be dug into, some nice world building that we finally get. The first real bit of world building here in episode 3. I liked it. It was short, but I liked that world building finally happened. And, yeah, that's gonna be my my somewhat scatterbrained plot synopsis of Frieren. Anything to add on episode 3, gentlemen?
Oh yeah, the pervert aged.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
We get to talk about the fun bits, the art style and everything, because I remember he took some exact notes on how he felt with the magic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm going to pull them up. I have incredibly detailed notes for this show.
I'm gonna be honest, I probably have a bit of a difference, but I feel like the magic felt a bit out of place. It felt more right for a sci-fi.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because the plating in particular, you fucking... that plating.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For, like, the defense belt.
Yeah.
If you have seen any sci-fi, like, ever, you know...
It's a bubble
something
shield.
like that.
It's literally a bubble shield. Straight up. From, like, pick a sci-fi. It's a bubble shield.
Yeah. Same hex pattern you see. It's like, personal defense shield, you.
Now, when you actually see this used in battle, it's actually more interesting. But I agree with Brando that it does look really advanced, which I think might have been an intentional art direction thing from the show, to try and be like, yeah, this is some really advanced, high level, freaking magically engineered spellcraft right here.
Well, the two spells we see is that, and then laser fucking beam.
Yeah.
That's what we see magic-wise. It
Which
feels like
is meant to be a pierce spell.
Yeah, we see that, and we see fucking magic missile +2. Yeah. Yep.
No.
You know I'm right.
No, magic missile is a homing fucking spell. This one's I guess main design is just piercing.
Eldritch Blast casted at 6 level spell power. I don't care if it's a cantrip in some spaces. Fuck you. I cast Eldritch Blast as a fucking spell.
Hey, you get 2 spell slots. Fucking Warlock. Why not? It's gonna be your primary damage.
I have homebrewed a spell to enhance my Eldritch Blast. Why? I don't know. Fuck you.
Yeah, I touched base on a lot of this, the parallels between other earlier, at this point, actually pretty old, almost, some of these animes are over 10 years old at this point. But there's, Frieren is part of a lineage of this style of painterly, really gorgeous, sort of slower paced, very atmospheric fantasy anime. Frieren is a little different. I'm not sure if Frieren quite counts as low fantasy in the way a lot of these shows do, but it's kind of in that sort of vein. The fantasy elements are definitely pretty subdued in Frieren too, so that may count. It may count for that as well. But the art style isn't super interesting. It's just really, really well executed. Really, really super duper high production values on this show. Constantly at all times. And they get away with that because there's a lot of conversing in this show. So they actually had time to paint some backgrounds and do some environmental details and stuff like that. Really, I really liked a lot of the little environmental touches in Frieren. Every episode does it multiple times, and every time I see it, I get happy. I'm like, oh, the weather's a little different. The sky's different in this shot. Oh, the lighting's different here. It's a different time of day. Oh, here we have a whole new location. This is cool. And they do really pretty shadows, and they'll animate leaves and trees moving and rustling around, and weather patterns sometimes and stuff. It's nice. It's nice. There's a really good environmental attention to detail, better than some of the other anime I've seen. It's again very, very Grimgar-esque, very much so. There's clear inspiration and parallels to draw there. So we just rolled right into visuals, which I think we were supposed to do that. Anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
So, unlike the other two lads here, I think out of the three of us, I'm the harshest on the visuals. I think they're good. I think particularly the environmental details are top-notch. But I'm not a super huge fan of the overall art style and art direction in Frieren, which might shock people. But the reality is that I'm not. Again, it's very Grimgar-esque. It takes the same strengths and weaknesses as that art direction and production did. We have some very gorgeous animations, a very beautiful, sort of very lived-in fantasy world, but we also have some pretty bare-bones character designs, which those who've been around a little while know this is a common complaint of mine across all genres of anime. I'm not a big fan of uniforms and shit in anime, which I know a lot of people aren't, because it's cliche as all hell. But I'm even more bothered when the designs are what I would consider too simplistic. This is an art style thing. It's not wrong. This is just my 2 cents. I'm not a big fan of anime where the character designs are a little too simple and clean. There's no dust, there's no scuffs, there's no fraying edges or dents and chinks in the armor. You just have a whole bunch of people who all look like they have a pretty similar level of experience and a pretty similar level of equipment. And I'm not a fan of that. The way I describe it in these notes is I tell it like it's a classic isometric dungeon crawler aesthetic for the armor designs. It's like Diablo or RuneScape, or probably I'd say early World of Warcraft is probably a fair comparison as well. The difference being is some of those are technical limitations in those games. And also, it's not an anime, it's a video game. The camera is way far out from the character, so you wouldn't be able to see super specific details anyway, even if they were there, due to just the style of the game. Well, Frieren's kind of the opposite. The camera will linger on the same shot for a long time. You have plenty of time with the really good pacing and direction in this anime to really drink in all the detail. And that doesn't serve well here with these armored designs especially. I don't have a problem with the character designs themselves. They're a bit plain, but for a show of this style that's trying to be subdued and kind of relaxed and laid back, again, almost like slice of life-ish, I think that's fine. What really bothers me is mostly the armor and equipment designs. It's a little too subdued for me. There's not enough detail for my personal liking. And yes, I know, I'm spoiled by Lodoss War, okay? And Grimgar. Even Grimgar, I think, probably does it a little better than this show. That's just my 2 cents, you know? But like Log Horizon's a perfect example of a show that does the equipment designs just really, really fucking well. Even something like Berserk does the equipment and the armor beautifully. And in this anime, I don't think it's bad, it's just not to my tastes. It's a little too sharp and a little too simple. There ain't enough grime, there ain't enough scuffing, there ain't enough little lived-in details. And I think part of why I noticed this is because the world is really built up and feels lived in and alive, and the kit just doesn't.
Reflect.
Yeah, the kit just doesn't. And so that's kind of like almost like an art style dissonance there between the character design and the world building and the backgrounds and stuff. It's just an interesting
Another
note
part of
there.
this I want to put into is like, especially like lots of games, they like to make like, you know, in this case, an adventurer's backpack. You know, you wouldn't have just like a basic backpack or something. Like add like a backpack where it's like got all these little like bits and pieces mixed into it. Makes it look like they actually are prepared for a variety of things. It doesn't have to be too crazy or over the top, but it's the tiny details in worlds like these that really matter to reflect. Because yes, there's like a variety of all different like things in the show, but outfits, and it's like, how are they traveling? Where are their supplies? Do they even have supplies? They mention about buying supplies. Where the fuck are they keeping them? If they are using like a bag of holding or something, show someone carrying that bag. Like there's a disconnect from the reality aspect in that regard, because you need to have some form of realism. You need to keep a level of realism, like you said. The armor scuffs, nothing's going to be perfectly maintained. A bit of wear and tear is necessary here and there.
Well, and in particular, it causes a bit of friction for me, because this is the party of heroes that has kicked ass and taken names for a decade and went and killed the Demon King, like 4 days before their introduction or something. It was a recent thing that happened, and everyone is clean and fresh, and I'm like, okay, all right, this looks nice. Maybe a little too nice. Oh man.
Listen, the way I see it, it feels like a comfy. Like, it's very comfy. Like it's Stardew Valley or something like that. That's what it feels like to me.
Oh, I don't expect or demand that my co-hosts agree with me here. Absolutely not. This is just a thing that personally irks me with a lot of anime, and this is one of them that does it. Again, it's not bad. It's just lacking in the armor design department.
That's probably what they're going for. It's just trying to be a very more cutesy.
Yeah, I think it was the same with Grimgar. I think it was intentionally fairly clean and simple and almost kind of ordinary feeling for those armor designs. I feel that intentionally. Briefly here, I'm going to pull up some Grimgar character designs. So there's like Grimgar does the same thing where it's got really clean, simple, laid-back character designs. Honestly, looking at this shot for a moment, I'm gonna be real. They're honestly a little bit more detailed than what's going on in Frieren. Again, that's neither good nor bad. You can easily sum that up as an art style choice. It is.
I love that I can tell that each of them has like pouches and backpacks and like actual carrying items.
Yeah, the
hold things.
The extra
even if they're
little,
not super detailed.
The extra little equipment pieces are what stood out to me. That's the main difference. But overall, the two shows look almost exactly the same in terms of art direction, which says a lot of things about Grimgar, because that show is like 10 years older than Frieren, and they look almost exactly the same.
There was probably some form of nostalgia mixed in for it, I guarantee.
I mean, Frieren's definitely better animated, but it's not better looking, if that makes any sense. They're about on par in that regard.
The style has not aged.
No, not a day. Well, how does gorgeous watercolor fantasy backgrounds and pretty music and like slow, relaxed pacing of like a lived-in fantasy world, how does that ever age or go bad? I don't know if it even can. I don't know if that even does go bad. Oh man.
Mostly with like the meticulous details and everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Do I have any other visual notes other than that? The show is like stupidly well directed and paced really well. It does blast though. That is true. I did notice that. The scene to scene pacing is really good. The episode to episode pacing is so good. My brain almost can't tell where the gaps are. But there are, I assume, to get through the introductory part of the narrative, there are huge time skips. Several of them.
Several. Yeah, if you look at my notes, I had to deduct a lot of points for just the giant fucking gaps.
Time skips are okay, but I feel like it did too many of them too fast. And the show's 28 episodes, right? That's already long. I would have liked at least, like, let's be generous here. Let's say like 2.5 to 3 episodes instead of 2 episodes, to really let the plot sink in a little more and not jump quite so many times. You know, it's not a huge critique from me, although I know, Demon, you don't like this kind of thing at all, and I knew you wouldn't as soon as I ran into it. Yeah, so it's definitely that's like, where
it started getting better.
Yeah. It definitely
the first
smooths
episode
out.
In particular, I was hitting my head against the desk, like, please.
Not again. Not again. I was starting to acclimate. Oh man. It's not as bad as it could have been. I've seen some anime.
No, I have seen much more offensive animes.
Yeah, I've seen some anime, not naming names, you've seen some of them too. But I've seen some anime that are directed so poorly that you cannot fucking tell how much time passes in the episode or how much time has passed between episodes at all. Sometimes you can't even tell what time of day it is. So that's the even more egregious version of this, where
it's a combination of things. So
yeah, yep.
Not just pacing, but also fucking lighting.
And it just poor direction. That's what I would call it. Is just shit direction. Thankfully, Frieren is nowhere near that bad. But yeah, the introduction is a little bit jumpy for sure. Yep.
Well, even the second episode had a lot of jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Third episode, it started calming down pretty well.
Yeah. Third episode was very comfy. Yeah.
Like, if I get through the rest of this anime, it's probably gonna get bumped up to like a 9.
Yeah.
For me, like, I'm sitting at 8.5, and probably bumped up to like a 9, because most just pacing issues.
It's a bit jumpy, but I haven't had too much to really complain about, aside from, okay, we're just skipping a good bit of stuff. Like, I appreciate that for the 50-year segment, they at least gave us like a decent montage for that, but I wish there was a little bit more. And then like the other ones, they're just like, well, time skipped. Don't worry about it. Like, come on, man. Give me something of essence.
All right. We're going to, looking at my outline here, we were in fact supposed to have already done it, but that's okay. We flowed very naturally into the aesthetic critique. So we're going to go ahead and take a brief coffee break. If no one's going to run off right this minute, I'll leave the recording going and probably just cut this out later. Yeah, but we're gonna take a short little break here. And we are live again, although Discord has jumped on me again. That's fine. Doesn't matter.
Oh, no.
All right, we're back. We're already back.
Discord being a bitch.
We could have foreseen this one coming.
I didn't.
This has been a big bitch, especially after that one guy took over.
Rip. Well, fortunately, we live in the glorious internet age, and also the age of other things I won't discuss on this podcast, especially not on the air. The age of other glorious internet-related things. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
That isn't what I was going to say, but AI is cool in some ways.
No, that's just what's in front of it.
and and apocalyptic in others. Oh my goodness. So we are back from our little coffee break. Sadly, it is way too late in the morning for me to coffee. I would have.
Hell, I just brushed my teeth.
Yeah, these two have gone full nocturnal. They've gone full nocturnal on me. Oh my goodness. Which is ironic.
Up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah. Okay, now you were just responsible and took a nap. That's right.
Yeah, I just took a nap.
You were just being responsible. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Sorry, Wraith, you're the only nocturnal one here. Sorry. I used to be nocturnal. Which, for the record, I loved it. It was just untenable. It caused too many conflicts in my life, so I had to stop being nocturnal. But I was nocturnal for like a solid 5 months at one point, and it was great.
This is my life. It causes conflicts, but I adapt.
Yeah, it worked out this time because 2 of the 3 co-hosts were fucking sleeping until pretty late. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. All right, gentlemen. I'm gonna pull that shit up.
It's tier time.
It's tier time. Our favorite time. Let's fucking go.
We need to change go that. It's tiering time.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mist creatures of all ages, we have arrived at the podcast namesake of the glorious final phase. We're gonna tier this bad boy.
Okay.
So, Demon, if you would be so kind as to do the Dungeon Master thing that you keep having to do, and roll those fucking dice.
Use dice.
Roll for initiative.
Alright. I got a 5. Shit.
Wow.
Matt got a 15.
Oh.
And Wraith got a 2.
These dice are evil. RNG's is fucking with us tonight. Standard order, whatever. The dice have spoken. The dice have spoken. All right. I get to tier Frieren. All right. So I am going to start with a Kilimanjaro right out of the gate. Immediate Kilimanjaro. Super, super well animated. This is the best directed thing I've seen in a while, even with some little minor mishaps here and there. That is not enough to stop it from getting top marks in terms of visuals and direction. I'm gonna follow that Kilimanjaro up with, I am thinking, honestly, I think I'm gonna follow that up with actual plot. I'm not super duper sold on the narrative of this show yet. However, I am reasonably hooked and invested. My notes are a little harsher than what I'm letting on right now, but I am a fan of the narrative thus far. My only concerns is that it's got 25 more episodes to go. But based on these 3, I'm vibing with it. I think I'm gonna at least like this show pretty good. I'm a big fan of the presentation. I like the writing. I don't think I really have anything else to throw in there. Frieren's a pretty straightforward anime. I see the appeal. I see why people like it. All right. Brando, I believe the dice have chosen you to be next.
I also put it in Kilimanjaro for obvious fucking reasons. But I also had to put it in messy. That fucking jumps were just a bit too much.
Not surprised.
It's my issues. I don't know if other people can, but I hate giant fucking jumps like that. Yeah, that was what prevented me from giving it a script Spirion, because for 3 episodes, in terms of narrative, a little less jumpy, and I would have gotten full marks, but I knocked it down to a tier 2 just for that. I'm like, I can't quite give this perfect writing marks. That would be disingenuous. And then I have one more. I gotta put in eye candy because they get a lot of mimic action.
Not once, but at least twice.
In 3 episodes, and we already saw she bought a bottle of dissolving clothes.
The bottle of dissolving acid.
He's right. There are implications, aren't there? I don't know if I like these implications.
Of implications.
I'm hoping for the best.
Oh my goodness.
I am watching this too. I'm gonna keep watching it. Probably not immediately because I also got a couple other things on my list to watch because I get bored.
Because we're actual weebs that watch a lot of anime, yeah.
And
you do not need to justify that one.
More Skyrim modding again, but
yeah,
we'll get to it. I have a feeling that there's gonna be more eye candy. It's probably gonna be fucking Frieren every single time. And
well,
as much I don't like knife ears generally, I don't mind making knife ears.
Damn, okay.
Pulling out the dwarven term.
Damn, okay.
Hey, I like to be racist when it comes to the fantasy.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, folks. He's racist, but only kind of, and also apparently he's a big fan.
He's a magical racist.
He's a big fan of old school, pure-blooded elven booty. Apparently, y'all heard it here. I can't say I disapprove of the racism. Yeah, a little bit of the elven booty. Nah, I agree.
Elven booty's good, but as long as the knife ears keep their mouth shut, then we're good.
That is fair, I think.
Let's be honest, 9 out of 10 times, fantasy elves are very mouthy and uppity.
Yeah.
We get the rare 1 in 10 times, and they're either like Frieren or submissive and brutal.
Come back, hold on, I'm gonna catch it. Wraith's soul just left his body, I'm gonna catch it in a fucking bug net. Come on, fuck. There it is, I got it, okay, come back.
It's already gone, you have
Come
to
back,
let
Wraith,
it go.
no, I've got it right here, it's okay. I'm putting it back, it's okay, come back, Wraith, come back from the dead.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Because you haven't taken your turn, you dipshit, you're not allowed to die yet.
Man, I gotta find an anime and try to sneak in a femboy.
No.
Really
Not hard.
I know, there's so many, but I gotta find a good one that he won't immediately recognize.
Oh.
I can think of a couple.
I'm feeling ReZero might have to pop in our recommendations.
Ew.
The worst they can say is no.
Wraith,
pop up.
the dice have chosen you, and also your soul is now returned to your body. Please tear.
Make it go away again.
Please tear, Frieren.
Well, unanimously across the board, we can all agree it is Kilimanjaro tier. Easily. They have a lot of heart and soul poured into the visual budget for this show, and it reflects. I'm in agreement that there is an actual plot to this show, and that there is definitely some eye candy to it. And I also am in agreement with the fact that it is a bit messy with some aspects of it. Other than that, I don't believe my ratings go beyond that.
Straightforward, pretty
I
clean.
believe I'm pretty solid set. It's got a bit of eye candy. It's got an actual plot going for it. Very incredible production level going. But there are a few kinks in some of these that really makes it shine out a bit. Like, just I couldn't quite give it eye candy for the character designs. Just because, those small minor details mostly pull it away. But I'm giving it due to the fan servicey aspects that are very clearly wrote in. And the character designs are still unique. They just don't get full points.
We're learning.
Aside from that, I think I believe I am in agreement on every aspect.
Yeah, we're learning the kind of fan service that Wraith likes, which he does in fact like a kind of fan service, and we've learned what it is.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily fan service for me, but I can recognize it as fan service as like an individual.
Okay.
It's a little unhinged, let's be honest.
All three of us are some brand of unhinged on this podcast. We're like 3 episodes in. They've figured this out by now. All right. Demon, please roll for outro.
Boy, outro.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's see. I rolled a 10. Oh boy. Matt rolled a 14. Wraith rolled a 9.
Y'all got off this time.
It's once again the default order. Holy shit.
We're going to have to. Okay, next time I'm rolling 3 dice at the same time. I hope that better.
He's gonna try and throw off the RNG somehow. I don't think it'll work. I think it'll still keep doing it. It's become a running gag at this point. We're not even doing it on purpose. Alrighty.
Man.
Pulling up my outro script, even though I probably don't need it. Alrighty.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, and whatever other strange, bizarre, or cute things you've decided to be, I'm not here to judge you. I will stare at you from afar, though, and be somewhat confused. We are at the end of the episode. Outro time. I go first with my 2 cents and my advice for the viewers. My advice is thus. It's very straightforward. You're probably gonna like this show. I think almost everybody does. There's a real high chance. It's on Netflix right now. Don't let its like normie core like popular status like dissuade you. Just go watch it, dude. You'll probably like it. It's really beautiful. Also, if you do like it, congratulations, you have by far the most well-fed, most straightforward, most easily provided taste in anime possible. Couldn't be easier. You like Frieren, even someone like me, who's like a medium experienced weeb, can just pelt you with recommendations you're almost guaranteed to like, because you like the presentation and the animation and the vibes and the feels. And those are all things anime can provide you in spades. And we have Anime Reviews look forwards to introducing you to more really good, vibey anime. That's my 2 cents. All right, Brando, I think you were chosen by the dice.
Buddy, we know why you're here. You come for our input. And our input was good. It's a good anime with some elf booty. So, unless they're not like, unless you're into the other side of the force.
What other side?
Flat chested, or the big booty.
Oh.
Side of justice.
I see.
The side of flat. Of course, more surface, but you know.
You know what? It's his advice, and he is free to give it. Holy fucking moly! All right, Wraith, please balance out this podcast, which is currently teetering over the edge of the freaking Reddit abyss.
Make it worse.
Teetering over the metaphorical edge.
You know you want to.
Ladies, gentlemen, and every creature under the sun, we thank you for your time. We thank you for your patience. I believe it is due to be said, please go watch this show. It is not just known as the popular show. It has very good qualities that do make it a genuinely good show to watch. You will not find wasted time around here. And finally, credits to our audio, Carl Casey at White Bat Audio.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I believe that is all we have. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you so much for watching. We're piecing this scene.